You are not interesting. I had spent the last 10 hours loading and unloading crates and kegs of beer. All I wanted to do was get home, have a leisurely dinner, and relax. That was not to be. My brothers, Bill and Bob, and I owned a small beer distribution company that we inherited from our father. We set our own work schedules and paychecks. Business was going well, and all three of us were able to get married and raise our children in comfort. When I got home, my wife Marcia was dressed to the hilt and ready to party. I let out a quiet groan as I stepped over the threshold. "Relax, Ben. I left you some lasagna in the microwave." "Just curious. But where the hell are you going?" "Out, Ben. Just out. I've been cooped up in this house all day going through these damn emails, and I need to get out and unwind." "Okay. All right, I understand. Just give me a few minutes to get organized. I'll grab a bite later." "No, damn it. I'll go alone. I have to leave for a few hours. I'm torn between home, work, and the kids. I'm going crazy." "By the way, where are the boys?" "They're at the recreation center. I think it's a knot-tying class or something. They should be home around 9. Rob and Roy were our 16-year-old twins. While most boys their age played sports, they were more interested in fishing, hunting, and camping. That was fine with me." "Well, they could take care of themselves. I still don't understand why you can't wait a few minutes so I can come with you." "I told you. I want to go alone. I want to have fun. And frankly, Ben, you're no fun to be with." I plopped down in the chair. Her words echoed in my head. "You're no fun." She was standing at the door with her clutch in her hand. I glanced at her and just waved for her to pass. Without another word, she walked out the door. Marcia ran a computer business from the comfort of her own home. She did email notifications for small businesses and organizations in the area. She worked part-time at first, but quickly grew into a full-time job. She was involved with clubs, churches, schools, and other organizations with 84 groups. I helped her develop the initial programs, but she quickly took matters into her own hands and succeeded on her own. I heated up the lasagna and got a black and tan. I needed to take a shower, but I felt no desire to put any effort into it. A new episode of Breaking Bad was on. After drinking 2 more beers, I fell asleep in front of the TV. The boys got home around 10, said hello, and went to bed. I didn't move. "You're no fun. You're no fun. You're no fun." It was around midnight when I was awakened by a phone call. Oh, shit. It must be Marcia. Either she had car trouble or she was too drunk to drive. I was wrong on both counts. "Ben, it's Bill. You've got a problem." "Bill, it's midnight. What kind of a problem?" Marcia just called Janet. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but Janet came out of the bedroom to talk to her. A couple minutes later, Janet came back in and started getting dressed. I asked her what was going on, and she told me that Marcia was in some kind of trouble with the police and she would have to come pick her up. She refused to answer any further questions and left. "Jesus Christ, Bill, is that all you know about?" "No, no! Calm down, Ben." I called the station, and Mark Stanton was on duty. I asked him what was going on, and he wouldn't tell me anything, but he asked that you call him back as soon as possible. Mark's a pretty honest guy, Ben. I think he can help clear things up. Why didn't Marcia just call me? That's what I was wondering. That's why I called you. Something's not right here. Thank you, Bill. I'll call Mark. Mark Stanton and I went to high school together. We were good friends, and we still are. He always wanted to be a cop and tried to talk me into joining him, but the family business came first. Mark, what the hell is going on? This is bad, Ben. I hate to tell you this, but it'll come out someday. Ben, around 11 o'clock this evening, Marcia was spotted giving a blowjob to a guy in a pickup truck in the Target parking lot. I didn't answer. I just sat there and didn't say anything. Ben, are you still here? Yeah, Mark, I'm still here. I'm just a little freaked out by what you said. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I thought you should know. What happens now? As far as I can tell, Bill's wife is coming to pick her up. Is there a bail bond required or anything like that? No, just a personal confession. Mark, are you sure this is how it happened? It couldn't have been some misinterpretation or misunderstanding, could it? I'm sorry, Ben. No way. My guys know what a blowjob looks like. They were caught off guard. Who was the guy? After a brief pause. Phil Connors. I think he's a car salesman at CarMax. I didn't know the guy, and I didn't want to know him. I didn't care. I had no idea how Marcia met him, and again, I didn't care. Mark, I have one more favor to ask of you, and I'm going to leave you out of it. Can you email me a copy of the arrest report? What, are you trying to get me fired? It's bad enough I'm talking about it. I had no right to tell you that. You've seen my Harley 883, haven't you? Yeah, it's a nice car. I'd give anything for a bike like that. Today's your lucky day. Email me the arrest report, and the Harley is yours. 5 minutes later, I was reading the document that ended my marriage. Everything was very clearly explained, and there was no doubt what was going on. I called Bill and asked him to keep Marcia at their house as long as he could. It took me about 10 minutes to create the email. It was a mass mailing. 6,487 emails to members of 84 different organizations. The last group was our family Christmas list of 60 people. A lot of people would love this arrest report. The sun was just beginning to rise. I was finally able to take a quick shower. The boys responded enthusiastically to my offer to take a 2-week canoe trip on the Boundary Waters in Minnesota. I told Bill about our plans and arranged to leave work. He also made sure Mark got a Harley. By then, the boys had the Outback packed up and were ready to go. We set up the GPS and hit the road. I had no problem getting the boys behind the wheel. Since I was up all night, I had to sleep in the back seat the entire first day of the trip. We had a great time in the Boundary Waters. Who said it wasn't fun with me? The end.